Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio. So, trees. So last time we finally were able to work our way down to the far southeast and picked up a temperate tree, a couple of temperate trees, and a desert tree, which we turned into these arboretums, or these temperate tree seed generators. And where's the other one? A desert tree seed generator. So I need to figure these out. We'll play around with them, math out exactly what to do. First thing I want to know is, can I make another temperate tree, or do I have to go find another? It seems like I might have to go find another. Like, there's nothing that generates trees. But a temperate tree seed generator. Oh, wait a minute. A desert tree seed. You'd think you'd be able to turn that into a tree, but apparently not. Unfortunate. Okay, well let's just kind of see what we've got. Where'd the music go? It was playing really loud music a moment ago. It takes 60 seconds to process too. Okay, so this has 3 recipes. We can make tree seeds, or we can make desert tree seeds. And there's efficiency gains to be made from adding fertilizer in. Let's work this out. I need the math. Alright. So, tree seed. So the recipe requires... Well, let's make soil too. Where do we get soil? What exactly is soil? It's mud and something, right? It's mud and compost. And fertilizer is also compost, right? Yeah. So we need a lot of compost to deal with this. But that's doable. Yeah, the standard tree seeds can be made by different recipes, but in any of the tree seed generators. So it's not specific to one. We might as well do this recipe, so let's plan this out. So we're going to have tree seeds being generated from 5 soil, 1 fertilizer, a trivial amount of water, will give me 6 tree seeds in 15 seconds. These are of speed 0.5, so that equals 30 seconds like it says. So we're consuming... Am I doing this right? We're consuming that much? Okay. Every 30 seconds we consume 5 soil, or 0.16 per second. To get seeds. So 0.2 tree seeds, when we do with them, so all they do is turn into raw wood at different rates. In Arboretum 2s, in Arboretums, 2 tree seeds, 5 soil, 1 fertilizer. For some reason I'm having trouble spelling fertilizer. Becomes 35 raw wood in 30 seconds. And Again, it's a 0.5 thing. So stop doing that. Go away. I was always trying to be so helpful. Don't be helpful. Okay. So this will give me half a raw wood per second. If I, well, let's see how many I can actually support. What's the ratio between them? This is so many decimals. Go away. Go away! Why is it being all annoying? There, that's good enough. So this gives me 0.2 tree seeds per second. We consume the 0.03 per second. So one of these can support 6 of these. It's a nice easy ratio, which will give me 3.5 wood per second. Oh, that's not even that good. We're making wood faster than that from churning, using brown algae. Or wooden boards faster than that, actually, even. At least. And the wood just turns into cellulose fiber, or actual wood. Okay, so it'd be double that. Okay. So that's how much wood per second, which is equal to, or this is how much raw wood per second, which is equal to that much wood per second. But way back a long time ago, where did we do that? We're making wooden boards. We got 4 of them, and so we're making one wooden board per second. I guess that's not bad. Yeah, back when we planned this whole thing out, we said we'd be producing 0.5 boards per second in our current setup. So yeah, one of these would pretty much take the place of an entire thing of algae farms. Entire, well, let me look at it. I'm not seeing it zoomed in. I need to add some radars all over the place so I can zoom in on my map. Right now, we're kind of in a good place in science. We're knocking out the early 2 science packs pretty easily. But the remaining science seems like quite a leap. So, okay. Paper processing. So all of this bit down here, all of that's making, well, no. Is it all of this, or is it some of this? It's this bit down here, plus I think 2 of those are making 0.15 wood, and we could replace that with just that machine and like 4 other surrounding machines, way up there. Okay, but that's not really the point of these. That's just a way of, if we needed to, could we convert them into power? And yes, we could. And it'll work out fine. Okay, but that's not the point. The other recipes are different. Are making how do we make temperate tree seeds or desert tree seeds, which needs just sand and saline. That's cheap. We can get that easy. This needs soil. Okay, well, starting with the desert. So there's multiple recipes, but we haven't unlocked the other ones yet. So, 5 sand and 50 saline yield 4 desert tree seeds in 15 seconds. Speed again is 0.5. So that's 0.13 desert tree seeds per second. And what we do with them is we get raw wood. So this also needs 5 sand, 2 seeds, and 50 saline to get 2 raw bio rubber and 10 raw wood in 30 seconds. Power armor, sure. That's not even modularized power armor. It's just regular power armor. What was it doing? Yeah. So it would be that divided by that also. Alright. So that's going to create this much bio rubber. So a single one of these is going to produce 0.13 trees per second, which is sufficient for 4 of these. What are those called? 4 arboretums. Okay. And in combination, they will produce raw bio rubber, raw wood, so 0.1 bio rubber, 0.13. And from there, we turn that into plastic with acetone gas. So the recipe here is 2 bio rubber and 20 acetone becomes 5 liquid plastic. I think liquid plastic goes to plastic at yeah, that's 10 per 1. So half a plastic bar. This is looking a lot less exciting than I was hoping. We're gonna need a ton of these trees to do anything good here. We've only gotten 1. We only have the 1. Oh well, it'll give us a small amount of plastic per second, hopefully. So let's work it out. This is all happening in 4-second recipe. It can happen in a liquefier. So we'll assume we're going to use this one, a liquefier 2s. Because that's what's easy for us to make right now. So that's 1.778 recipe time. We already did this right there. Did I do that wrong? No, I did that right. I just have to change this. Okay, so one liquefier can deal with 1.13 bio rubber, but we don't have anywhere near that much. We have that much bio rubber. Just that much. So that divided by that times that much acetone is needed. And it'll be producing that divided by that times that much liquid plastic per second. Or that much plastic bars per second. That's so feeble! That's really bad! We would need like 20 of them in order to make this and all reasonable. That's disappointing. Let's look at the alternate. So the alternate would be to make plastic from, well, from cellulose acetate, apparently. We could get this probably, making it from naphtha, but we don't have naphtha. That's the swamp trees. So the way we did it before was we made it from not propane, we made it from like methanol, right? Methanol is propane, right? Yeah, methanol gas becomes propane, which we made from cellulose fiber. Yeah, that's okay. That's an alternate look. Let's see how if we were to do this a different way. So if we were to get the cellulose fiber not from any of these things, but from the raw wood. So we were saying this produces 0.7 raw wood. Maybe that is the right way to approach this. Like, what was the actual tree seeds? It said it was producing 3.5 raw wood. Using a lot more fertilizer, but still. You know, this does only need this only needs sand and saline, which is really easy to get. The fertilizer is complicated, or more complicated. But let's work it out, add more rows. We need to go on so much further than we are right now. So if we add raw wood, 1 raw wood becomes 4 fiber in 2 seconds in a machine that will be this one for now. But the machine price here is nothing. And really. What is that, 1.5? What is it? 1.75. Because those are cheap. We can just have a dozen of them. So each machine can deal with 0.375 wood. We're only producing 0.7 wood here, but going by normal trees, just going by tree seeds, that's 3.5 wood. So that would be that divided by that times that. Produce 14 fiber per second. And the fiber you do so many things with, but there was one thing in particular we wanted to do. What was it? Where was it? Methanol gas. That's it. I mean, you could go directly to plastic if we had the propionic acid, which we get from catalysts. Acetic acid we get from fermentation. That gives compost too. That's cool. Fermentation base. This thing getting in the way all the time. Where were we? We were at fermentation base. So we can get that pretty easily just by making fruits or corn. We can make corn easily too. That's just prime diadylium. Yeah, which we can make a ridiculous amount of if we wanted to. That would give us ethanol, but I don't need ethanol at the moment. How was I here? How did I get to acetic acid? Right, that's what I was. What is acetic anhydride? What's that for? For cellulose acetate mixture. which creates cellulose acetate, which is how we gain the plastic. Okay. There's a lot going on here. We need to figure out our best way to get the plastic. I got here from a strange direction. We were looking at raw wood to fiber. So the fiber, we were going to go, this is what we're doing with it now. We're turning it into fuel or paper. And this is how we got stuck, because we thought we could do all these things with it. That's complicated. I don't want to deal with that right now. Brown liquor is a way of apparently getting nitric wastewater if we needed it, which we could then use to get free mineralized water. That seems like a lazy way of doing it. Pulping liquor. Never mind. I'm getting all distracted. Let's continue on with our original idea. So I was saying that we're going to take the 20 cellulose fiber and make methanol gas. So 20 fiber becomes 100 methanol. Where'd that go? There. That takes 30 seconds, really? Wow, okay. 30 seconds to do that. We'll be doing it in a liquefier too, so that would be same as that. No, not the same as that. 2.25. So that uses up 1.5 fiber per second, which is more than we're going to have. No, we can have that. We're going to have 14 fiber per second. We said. That's actually a lot of fiber per second. Wow. Okay. Alright. So in practice we're going to have 14. Which will give us 70 methanol per second. Given sufficient of these things. I should calculate that too. So that's this divided by that. Equals. Is that the right thing? Yeah, assemblers. Liquefier 2s. I guess these are blue assemblers. Like, I'm wondering why to bother with the bio rubber root. Maybe I'm missing something. It's less complicated than this. With the methanol, we can do many things. Well, we'll need it to make, well, it used to be blue science. Actually, it's still blue science, isn't it? Okay, so that's blue science. And propane is the main thing. So 100 methanol. And the steam, I mean, making the steam isn't nothing, but I'm not that worried about it. And 50 steam comes 80 propane. This is the same thing we did in the previous game and back in 0.15. But that's fine. And this will be, it'll still be in a 1, probably a steam cracker. So it'll be a speed 1. just to make it all formal. So that would eat up 50 methanol per second, which we'll easily be able to do. 70 methanol. Would require just a moment. Not that. Not that either. No, that's right. So we'd be producing 56 propane per second. And the next step after that is straight into liquid plastic. So 40 becomes 10 liquid plastic. Maybe it's not that much better. That's only 1 bar. It's certainly a lot better than that. I mean, that's terrible. I think I must have missed something with the math there, because that's just terrible. Maybe they intend for you to have like an entire row of 30 or 40 arboretums, but I just don't have the trees to make that. I'm a little disappointed. I was expecting this to be, you know, the way to... I was expecting trees to solve things. I mean, just the raw wood is good enough, I guess, but still. Oh well. So 40 propane is 10 liquid plastic. We're actually let's do this for right. So this is happening in a liquefier, so that's right. So we actually have that much propane. So we'll be producing 14 liquid plastic per second, or that divided by 10. 1.4 plastic bars per second. From 1, right? That's what we started? We said we'd be making 1 tree seed, 1 thing making tree seeds, and 6 supporting things. So the total consumption of that would be 5 plus that times 6 soil per second. No, I'm adding the wrong things up then. It'd be that plus 6 times that soil per second. Fertilizer per second. Sorry if this is boring. I needed to figure out whether I was going to bother with this before really committing to one of these different paths. But I think that's necessary. I think it's needed in order to figure out how we're gonna do this. So soil and fertilizer. That's not doing this. I guess I could look at see if instead we were to use the 0.7 wood we're getting here and turning that into propane. But I won't make up the difference. That's not going to work. I mean, I could just use more green algae. I mean, technically, since all of our fuel is moving over to the other side, to the farming, I'm producing a ton of stuff and not really using it very much. Right now, we're burning it still, but we don't have to be. What's our power situation look like? We're at half, even with all science going. These are all Mark IIs? Yeah. Let's move them over. Let's move these two at least over. We'll keep these, the one as a backup array. I mean, I suppose I'm at a point where I could just make a bazillion windmills and that would deal with all our power problems. But yeah, this solid fuel is nicely backed up. The Benefran is not, though, so it's not too backed up. Like, there's not like a lot of Benefran sitting on the belt. Oh well. Did I have an uneven number of these? Really? Why did I do that? Don't know what I was thinking. Oh well, we're stuck with it. I don't know if this will support all that. I think so. I think we said that one of these would support 5. And this is going to support more than 5 because it's, no. Each of these is going to support 5. And we have, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So maybe not. Maybe we'll have to add more farms. But, for now it seems fine. Certainly if it's only at half supply. So now all this fiber that they're spitting out, we could just use instead on turning into methanol. And it's already pretty backed up. I kind of want the other one to be the one that actually does work still. In fact, where is this actually spending it? That's right here. Of course. Apparently, okay, I see. These are going faster than the ones back here. Or something? I don't know. Let's turn that off. You can supply that. Yeah, I don't know why it would... I guess... I don't know. Maybe these are pulling it off unevenly. Yeah, these are all pulling off the inside belt? I don't know. Not my problem. Not my problem. Why is this stopped? It's stopped because lead's backed up. No, it stopped because we haven't fed it anything in a while. It doesn't actually self-supply. Oh, Rubat's there. No purified water. Why not? You're making plenty of... Oh, we ran out of saline. Or we used up too much. We're not getting rid of our saline fast enough. Because we're not burning, we're not making enough aluminum quick enough. There's no good spot for it. Is this doing anything anymore? No, this is legacy. It doesn't need to be here. There. Alright. So that's our plan. We're gonna go ahead and make wood. Or no, we're not gonna make wood. We're just gonna go ahead and use this down here to make the methanol we need and turn that into propane. And then use that to make plastics. What's the other recipe about? So this is temperate trees. We actually have to work out how to do the soil and all that stuff, but we can do that later. Let's put that there. So the temperate trees is raw bioresin, which turns into raw bioresin, which turns into resin with ethanol gas. And I don't think we have... What's our other way of making resin? From urea and formaldehyde, which I remember being a complicated and annoying thing to have to work out. It needs nitrogen and all that stuff. Ammonia, carbon dioxide. It needs catalysts. Or blue cellulose fiber, which seems really frustrating to get. Because you have to make sulfuric wastewater out of nothing. I mean, you have to throw your waste. You can't decouple it from sulfuric wastewater. That I'm aware. Formaldehyde just needs green. Just needs a green. And we can make it from methanol. Let me look at this again. So it's ammonia and CO2. CO2 we can make. Ammonia is cellulose fiber, which we're not going to use. And it's hydrogen, nitrogen, and red. That's not that bad. I was thinking it was worse than it was. Because I'm betting this is the same problem. That we're going to make this very slowly. Unless we have like a dozen of these seed generators. Yeah, it's the same ratio. It's 2 for 2. Right? 2 seeds for 2 bio-rubber. This is 2 seeds for 2 bio-resin. It's the same thing. It needs ethanol too, which we don't get, except for from making it from nutrient pulp, which we could do. Right now we're using nutrient pulp to fuel oil. We could switch to this to get acetone, or this to get ethanol and butane. And would need to, apparently, in order to do things. The whole cellulose acetate route might be better, but it seems complicated. It seems like this is how you get plastic from farming. From fermentation based from corn. So that's a way of turning corn into plastic. But, I think I've talked myself out of it. So these are nifty, but not something I care about right now. We'll turn them into something. We'll deal with them. I'm not going to ignore them. But I'm not going to use them as my main way of getting plastic and resin. So so we just sat around for 40 minutes, and my entire factory seems to be stopped, except for the research is still ongoing, so that's good. What I really want to do, like just in terms of like long-term plans, is I want to have enough fake blue science that I can get the better recipes. That's so loud. Like right now, we can't just make aluminium. Or probably maybe we could. Wait a minute, aluminium. We could make it. Yeah, we have the technology for that. We need crystal catalysts and Gevlite and rubite chunks, but we could do that. It's the other things. It's the silver and gold where we need it. So like gold, which we need for the contacts, right? Yeah, we need them to make module contacts and for blue science. And a few other things. Module logic boards. Better circuits. But it's mainly these module contacts. They need gold plates. Not a lot, but they need them. Which we'll need for all the sorts of module stuff. Insulated wires. I don't remember needing insulated wires for like the entire time we were doing 0.15. That's different. They made this require. They made module zeros, the first tier of modules, require insulated wire. Maybe I'm wrong. It's these. Effectivity module 0. But effectivity module 1s do not? Oh, but they need a module 0. Okay. Yeah, they changed the way modules worked. It used to be pretty simple. You just make a case and put different logic boards in them and that kind of thing. But now there's these harnesses. Effectivity module 0. Which I can't even do yet. Interesting. So you only need one module case, and then to make the zeros, and then from there you just keep on adding stuff in to make them higher tier. So a 0 would become a module 1 harness, and then the module 1 harness would be combined with stuff to turn into 1s. Speed logic boards. We'll need more sorts of things. Oh, it's all complicated. But anyway, like I'm saying, I want to be able to make gold by itself without having to rely on a bunch of, without having to make a bunch of other stuff at the same time. Because that's what we did last time. We made something that we just had every single chunk type, and we just processed all of them, and we saw what we got out of it, and that's what ore we had. Instead, I want to aim for gold, and use the good recipe that lets me just have gold. Well, I guess I could see getting away with doing something like this. I mean, this would need 3 types of crystals. What about this? But that's so far off. Advanced ore refining. Let's look at that. Refining. So it would be refining 4? Or was it 3? It was 3 to get the gold. So that it's not that far off. It just needs 2 two tier 6, two blue science things. So that's 50 blue. That's 80 blue. And that will let us make all these things. Of course, they all need concrete, and I haven't unlocked that yet. And aluminium and all that stuff. And they'll probably need other things. Maybe I'm thinking about this the wrong way. Maybe I should go towards the other thing, this mechanical refining. Not that. This. Yeah, this cupric crystal sorting, which will get me silver and gold and silicon. Right? That would also need 2 blues. But only 2. Oh, that's tricky. I mean, this seems like it's just as hard to get to, but the final product will be easier to make. These cupric crystals, right? Cupric sludge anodes. Cupric essence. No, it needs three crystals anyway. No, that's not gonna help. And it even needs something that we don't need on the way. So I think this is our route. Not here. This is our route. We need to get these 2. Right, we have everything above it? Yeah. Then we can make gold and titanium and silver in particular. Without having to deal with anything else. We might need other tech too, just to get the crystal processing. But I really want to avoid having to do ore sorting that gives me many types of ores, because it links everything together. This little tiny bit of aluminum that we made, it's so feeble. We're getting a little bit of gold here. That will let us do fake aluminum. Or fake blue science. We'll also need the silicon though. I think we have silicon somewhere up ahead. But whatever. I think the next thing we really need to do is just to get, you know, a small setup that will let us make red modules, red circuits. Doesn't have to be good. It just has to be sufficient. And that will require plastic and resin. And I got distracted with rubber. So what's the deal with rubber again? Rubber is resin. Okay. Well, that's easy. And we said we were going to get resin through making urea and formaldehyde gas. Which we already have the tech for. Okay, let's make some ground. We said we're going to do it out here, right? I really should get like a mod that lets you lay landfill better. Like right now, I mean, we can have bigger brushes, but then I can't lay it out right. Like, I can't reach far enough to lay it out. So like, what's the point of that? So, I think that's the most you can do. Not even this. But I know there's like things where you can place like a building, and the building lays out the landfill for you. Maybe I should look into that. I am so disappointed. I was hoping trees would solve all our problems. I was really looking forward to spending the entire time setting up a, you know, just like we did with the farming. Like spending all this time working out a great layout for setting up trees and processing the results and all that sort of stuff. It might still be good. Like it's possible. Like if I had a few dozen of the tree seed generators, then it might be easier to think of it to get it that way rather than having to deal with oil. But lacking that, oh, okay. Lacking that, we're gonna deal with oil. And I know I have these temperate gardens I need to look at too at some point to see if there's a faster way of doing farming than what we're doing. But the way that works best is the one you reach first sometimes. I was gonna steal some. I was gonna steal right here. Alright, so we have this. We worked out a plan, right? What was the plan? Not the seeds. We're going to make from fiber. From fiber on, we can go to methanol using liquefiers. The methanol. Yeah, using liquefiers, and that's it. So, do I have a liquefier on me? Yeah. Alright, so we'll have a bunch of methanol now. Next step is to turn the methanol into propane, which will need steam. I don't have stack and stirs at the moment. Let's get railway. Because that will be that much more useful, I'm sure. We can make steam right here. What do I need to make pellets? Is it a liquefier? It probably is not. It's probably one of these. How fast is that? It's really fast. Do I have a steam cracker? No, I don't. I'm pretty sure I never had to make one of those yet. Well, first of all, we need the boiler. And then the steam cracker. You know what? Let's move the we'll move the steam around rather than the pellets. I could even add more labs if I wanted to, but that would just mean we'll get through the science we can do faster and get to the science we can't do, which doesn't have much of a virtue. Alright. Just need 2 of those. Okay, and this won't actually run through it very much. Let's put all those we just picked up in there. Alright, and then we were doing this in a cracker, which is armor bar. Which side's which? Kind of annoying. Let's do it like that, sure. Alright. That's going to give us a bunch of synthesis gas, which we don't have a use for yet, but I don't want to throw away. So we'll go ahead and store it in a big container. Where'd it go? Big container, there. Alright. And from there, we made plastic in a liquefier. I think we said we need the methanol for the other side of it too, right? We need methanol for ammonia. Where is it? Am I wrong? The formaldehyde? Formaldehyde, that's what we need it for. We'll need green catalyst for that. What are green catalysts? They're aluminum and silver, which we don't... Okay, I don't know if we have any silver ore being made anywhere. We can get some. A small number. The catalysts don't need money. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've never made crotinium chunks. I feel like I'm not appreciating the whole powderizing thing. Someone let me know. Is it good? Like, am I supposed to be doing that? I don't know. It doesn't really feel very good. But maybe I'm not the best judge of these things. I tend to stick with what I know instead of what I could be doing that's better. Okay, before we go on to something else, I think we do need to take a break. We hit the hour. So, thank you, everyone, for watching. My name is Michael Young. This is Factorio, using the C-Block mod pack.